and gentlemen, welcome to our final weekend of the 2023 Texas Division season. In our first game of the day, we are going to have the Colorado Massive making their return to go against the top of our division, Red River Rougarou. And we are underway as Josh Lodato wins it back. Brad Duggan with it. Sends it ahead, finds Chad Gurdian. Chips it all the way ahead to Roger Roulette. Centering pass interrupted. Duggan gets to it. Launches it in the air. Massive battling for it. Roulette gets to it. Has it along the boards. Over for Gurdian. Massive will pick it up. No protect. That's Kevin Elfenbein. I hope I'm saying that right. Elfenbein? Elfenbein? We'll find out eventually. Massive now chips it up the boards. That is gloved down by Duggan. Duggan, excuse me. Duggan, I'll get it right one day. Promise. On the first try. This Gurdian sends it across into the corner. Lodato didn't get to it fast enough. That's picked up by John Richard for Massive. He'll take it up the boards. Does not gain the zone. Go back with it. And sends it back up for Kevin Franzen. He'll chip it down low. That's picked up by Riley Spencer, captain for your Rougarou. Got it, sends it ahead, doesn't get it away from Mr. 3, and a shot taken. That's Carson Froes. I hope I'm saying that right, Carson. First weekend, you were just known as Mr. 3. Now I actually have your name, so we'll have fun with that. Massive battles to keep it in. Gets it ahead for Kevin Franzen. That's poked off his stick. Comes over. Colby Stewart picks it up for the Rougarou. Sends it up the boards. Takes it up the boards. Gains his own. Sends it all the way across. Shot taken by Keith Sullivan. And that just goes over the blocker. Thomas Adesso in net for the Massive. Rougarou strike first, scores 1-0 with 8:21 left in the period, our first period. As the Massive win the face-off back. Christopher Lawson had it, sent it up, shot taken by Tyler Brubach. Good save by Hunter McAdams, your netminder for the Rougarou. And Keith Sullivan with it now. Got up the board, sends it across to Brett Lee. He stretches it all the way ahead for Colby Stewart. I think that got poked off his stick, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Stewart gets to it in the corner, sends it up for Sullivan. He's got it, tries to pass it. Massive will pick it up. They'll chip it over to the boards. Back to get it, chipped ahead by Mr. 3, Carson Froes. I'm gonna say Froes. That's what I'm gonna say. Tries to drop it back. It's picked up by Drew Hebert for the Rougarou, and he sends it ahead. That's tipped in by Garrett Pfeiffer, but they say icing as he wasn't across the red line. So we'll bring it on down all the way, and we'll see what happens. 7 minutes and 27 seconds left in our first period. The Rougarou win it back with the corner. Massive. That's Steve Kaczynski. Gets it in the net. Oh, and a point-blank look for Kevin Elfenbein. Massive does well to hang on to it. And back over down into the corner for Garrett Pfeiffer. Sends it across. Josh Rodovich picks it up. And then that's taken away by Austin Haddock. Sends it all the way for Anderson for the Rougarou. Pass just out of reach of his intended target. Kevin Elfenbein. My goodness. I'll get it right one day, folks. Don't you worry. Elfenbein with it now. Wrist one. Goes off the side of the net. And McAdams will get the glove down. We'll get another face-off. How y'all doing out there? I hope we're live. I'm not seeing any viewers or comments, so there might be something going on with the stream. If you want to say hi, feel free to do so, unless you already have, and I'm just not seeing it. It's a possibility. No good. Josh Lodato. Battles along the boards with it. There's Tyler Brubach. Lodato comes up with it, throws it up, and out of play it goes. Might have had an errant whistle by your referee, Josh Hall. So they're going to bring the face-off to Newport Center. Massive off the face-off, tip it down into the corner. Sent all the way around. Michael Hinton sends it up. Colorado takes it. Lodato tries to take it away from Brubach. And then that's kept in by Kevin Smith. And centering pass. Shot taken by Tyler Brubach. Good save by McAdams. He'll eventually cover. And Massive will get a change. We'll get another face-off. Jana Kaczynski, go Massive. That's right, folks. Massive are back. They're looking to put their stamp. Yet again on the Texas Division. Right, point blank. Shot taken. Riley Spencer from Mr. 3. That's Carson Froes. Was interrupted. Now roulette for the Rougarou. He's got it. On the boards, that's taken away by Josh Richard from the Massive. And he'll lob it all the way ahead, but a jumping Chad Gurdian gloves it down. Gets it back to Josh Lodato. And his shot gobbled up by Thomas Tedesco. We'll get another face-off. All right. Elfin Bean and Keith Sullivan in the face-off. Elfin Bean wins it back. Massive comes up with it now. Carson Froes. He's got it. He lost it. And then Cade Campbell gets it over to Brett Lee. He'll send it up and ahead. And then pass attempt interrupted. Elfin Bean. He's got it. He'll walk it and he'll dump it in. And he'll dump it right into the goalie's glove. That'll give us another whistle. With just over 5 minutes remaining in our first period. Your score currently 1-0 with Rougarou striking first. Sullivan wins it for the Rougarou. Battling for it, though, is Tyler Brubach for the Massive. He takes it away. Sends it around. Kaczynski with it. That's Steve Kaczynski, folks. There are two of them. Don't get them confused. Cade Campbell. Sends it all the way up for the Rougarou. All the way down it goes, and an icing it will be. And we'll bring it all the way back down. There's apparently 3 Kaczynskis. We got Jana in the chat for you, folks. Again, don't get them confused. Massive win it, shot taken by John Richard. And that was blocked by the Rougarou. Sullivan with it now. In the corner. Sends it over to Brett Lee. Lee over to Stewart. Stewart chips it ahead along the boards. Gets it, brings it in, walks it forward, takes the shot. Adesso with a pad save. And right on the doorstep was the rebound for Stewart. He just couldn't get the shot off. So the Massive come up with it. They got a little bit of time. Sends it all the way across. And here's Steve Kaczynski. Walks it in. Doesn't get it around. A Bear for the Rougarou. Sends it up ahead. Campbell with it. He'll dump it in. Goes right out into the slot. As the Rougarou gets some changes. Stretch pass for Steve Kaczynski. He'll walk it in. Takes the shot. And that is gobbled up by McAdams. That's another whistle for us. Garrett Pfeiffer for the Rougarou wins the face-off back. Stretches to the head for Tyler Green, who's just about all alone. Massive catch up to him, interrupt the pass. Now Christopher Lawson with it. Sends it ahead to Elfenbein. He gets it to Schwerner. Takes a shot. And we got an offside. Rachel Schwerner. Schwerner? Am I saying that right? I hope so. If not, apologies. It's going to happen, folks. It's going to happen. Don't get too mad. We'll get there in time. Baby steps. That's a massive habit now. That's Kevin Franzen. Sends it ahead off the stick of Kevin Smith. He's not chasing Amy, folks. He's out here showing how he does it with a massive. Rougarou and the Massive play a little game of back and forth. Rougarou get it up. Tyler Green got it in the corner. He's pressured by Lawson to the Massive. Lawson with it now. Off the glass, sends it up. Kept in the zone by Duggan for the Rougarou. Shot taken. I think that went off the back of Franzen for the Massive. And the Rougarou Massive tie up along the boards. They'll battle for it. And Duggan for the Rougarou was up with it for a moment. And Kevin Franzen will pick it up along the boards. Gets it ahead for Elfenbein. Elfenbein with it now. Walks it in. Pulls it on the dot. Hits one. Goes behind the wall. Behind the net, excuse me. Off the wall. Centering pass. Blocked. And Rougarou. Roulette makes a move. Gets around everybody. Goalie out of position. He stops behind the net. Walks forward. Tries a backhander. That's blocked by John Richard. And Josh Lodato with a shot now off the blocker. And here's Tyler Cook for the Rougarou. Gets it back to Lodato. Sent all the way across for Gerdian. And behind the net, Roulette will get it. For the Rougarou, sends it up the board. Finds a waiting Riley Spencer. He sends it back down. And the Massive chip it out. Not all the way, though. It is kept in by Roulette. As Carson Froes has got it now. That's chipped ahead. Tyler Brubach takes a shot. Rebound right on the doorstep. Good play by McAdams. I do believe that was Spencer, although it could have been Cook for the Rougarou. Definitely gave an assist on keeping that out of the back of the net. As Massive will pick it up in the corner now. Riley Spencer gets it. Sends it ahead, finds Josh Lodato. He stretches it to Kobe Stewart. But that goes up and out into the bench of the Massive. That'll give us a whistle. And a stop. And a new faceoff. And the Rougarou win it back. Bear with it. Gets it to Stewart. Stewart checks it along the boards, chips it ahead. Elfenbein stops him. Massive got it. 3-on-2. Elfenbein elects to shoot it. Looking for the rebound. Does not get around McAdams. It goes behind the net instead. Elfenbein will pick it up. Centers. That is a shot taken by Kevin Smith. Goes through nobody. And then everybody. While McAdams gobbles it up. That's another stoppage. 47 seconds left in our first period. Sullivan wins it back. Brett Lee sends it around for Bear. And Bear's gonna hold it, chip it up off the boards, finds Sullivan. Sullivan chips it off the boards to himself. And then tries to stretch it all the way across to a Kobe Stewart who was waiting for it. And Josh Rodovich gets to it first. Brett Lee stands him up in the corner, sends it ahead for Stewart. Tips it ahead. And Stewart with it now for the Rougarou. Brings it in, drops it off. I do believe that's Campbell. Low wrist one goes wide of the net. Bounces off the backboards. Stewart gets to it. Bear with a shot. I don't think that made it through. And so Massive trying to get it out of the zone. Bear with another shot. And that sticks to Adesso. with 1 second remaining in our first period. Barbara Parker. Hi, Chris from Robertsdale, Alabama. Robertsdale, Alabama? Well, how do? I don't know. I have no Alabama accent, nor do I know how they speak it. I just know it's weird. That's all. I'm joking. But I happen to know for a fact you're not Alabamian, so boom.
I got you.
As they want the clock fixed, they let everybody know.
Drop it! That works. We'll take it. No. We'll just go straight up the 30.
And the clock is now fixed, and the puck is now dropped, and the period is now over. All right, so if you're new to this, we get a 60-second break in between periods. That's right, folks. There's a lot of time you don't know what to do with yourselves, but figure it out and enjoy it. And then in 60 seconds, we'll be back, or they'll be back. We're playing games. I'm not going to do it. So, to knock some stuff out that I didn't have time to do before the ball dropped, your referees for this game, we happen to have a Josh Hall and an Andrew Gullett. And in net for the Rougarou, we have Hunter McAdams. For the Massive, where'd he go? And Thomas Odessa. Sorry. My name is Chris. I'm the one operating your camera, live stream, your other camera, and your other camera, and your other camera, while also providing commentary, while also just trying to be, you know, entertaining for you folks. Make sure you guys have a good time. That's what it's all about, right? That's what we want to do. So, if you're not having a good time, well, keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear that. If you are having a good time, well, good. I'm glad. That's what I'm here for. That's what it's all about. As our second period is now underway, chips it ahead for Brubach, and Colorado goes outside. Your score is 1-0. Red River Rougarou got a goal in the first period. Massive win it back. Richard had it for a moment. Roulette now. We'll send it down into the corner. That's picked up by Steve Hagee. Watch, it's probably Hage. I'm way off. You keep saying Hagee until someone corrects me. Roulette with it for the Rougarou. Walks it in. Sharp angle shot taken by Chad Gurdian. Not sure if that went off the side of the net or if Odesso got a little side stayed there on it. Either way, Mass's got it now, sends it hard up and around the boards. Lodato, though, takes it away, risks one on net. Odessa's going to gobble, and he'll hold it. And we're not even a minute into our second period. I'm just worried it's going to kick us off the line. Appreciate you.
You're good. I think it went lower, or turned it up when I take the board back here.
Probably so. As the Massive had it for a moment, Colby Stewart sends one around off the boards. Mr. 3, Carson Froes. Police. Froes. And Rougarou are going to get a penalty against Colby Stewart. We'll see what happens. So let's see if I can find out. Looks like we might have a pair of penalties. So Colin Phillips for Colorado Massive and Colby Stewart for Rougarou are both in the box. So we got a pair of penalties with just over a minute in our second period. All right, what are we talking about here in the chat?
Hey, 6, you all right there? Looks like you
Pro
broke
S.
something, man. You all right?
Kilt. My apologies. Well, I'm totally messing that name up. I do apologize. She says, thanks, Chris, from Canada. Well, thank you for tuning in. Jana Kaczynski, you have Hagee correct. All right, thank you. Hage. I mean, there might be somebody out there named Hage, and I ain't making fun of you. I just think it's an awesome name. It's fun to say. But Hagee's good, too. I'm not taking anything away from that either. So is, for Wes, I'm saying that right? For Weiss? Gross?
So, okay, so it's going to be mental,
All right, so a pair of penalties for incidental roughing we have.
So what's the time?
Number 3, Carson Froze is pronounced Froze. Oh, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I'm saying names wrong all day long, so the fewer I can do makes me feel better. So does that mean your first name is pronounced Froze? As they are spelled the same? Froze? Anyway, Kate Campbell with the Rougarou gets it over to Sullivan. Sullivan down in the corner, guarded well by Elfenbein. And shot listed by Josh Lodato, and the rebound just given right to Kate Campbell. He couldn't get the shot. Colorado takes one off the backboards. It comes right out in front of McAdams. It's loose and then stuffed by Duggan. And McAdams gets a stop. Mike Magliola, how you doing, sir? Do we have a score on this one yet? We do. We do. Your current score is 1-0. Rougarou up with 8 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in our second period as the Massive win it back. Goes through everybody, though. Lodato puts on the Jets. Tries to interrupt it as Christopher Lawson gets to it down to the corner, passed up to Sullivan. Gets in. Lodato gets it back to Sullivan. Sullivan wrestling with it. Finds Riley Spencer at the blue line. Pass attempt. Interrupted. Spencer, though, he gets to it. Turns it over. Oh, and a sliding play by Tyler Brubach prevents the pass from going into the slot. Campbell has it along the boards. Sends it up to the point. And shot taken, goes wide of the net. Bounces off the backboards behind the net. Spencer chips it up the boards. Finds Lodato as Colorado pressures Kevin Franzen. Lodato's shot blocked by a body in front, comes all the way down. Is that an icing? They say yes. So that gives me a little time to stop speaking. Oh, except for Mike. You had to go in and comment, so now I have to read it and reply. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm just teasing. You say thank you. I say you're welcome. And also thank you. Tyler Brubach for the Massive and Garrett Pfeiffer for the Rougarou in this face-off. As the Massive win it back, Brubach wins it back. Up off the boards, strange bounce. Almost went right into Green's possession, and now it is in Green's possession. So Green for the Rougarou, he's got it down in the corner. And he loses it. And Steve Kaczynski, he's got it. Drops it back, and then it's kicked all the way back by Green. He'll pick it up, walk it out. Gets in the dot, and Bear with a shot. Goes wide. Massive picks it up, lobs it out. Brett Lee will get it as Schwarner tried to get to it. Rougarou regained the zone. That's Garrett Pfeiffer. And he'll just send it down behind the net. As Jesse Anderson puts it back up to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer walks it in, tries to center for Green. But a nice block by Brubach. Block by Brubach. That could be a brand. I'll write that down, folks. It's Warner now. She's got it. She chips it in, puts on the Jets. And she'll collect it behind the net. Pressured by A-Bear, taken away by A-Bear. And sent up the boards, finds Roulette for the Rougarou. He'll get it over to Green. And offside. The Rougarou go. Six minutes remaining in our second period. Score is still 1-0. Rougarou up. Massive looking to get on the board. As Guardian has it for the Rougarou. Taken away by Mr. 3 himself, Carson Froze, folks. That's right. I'm sure he appreciates his name being pronounced correctly. I know I would. There's a reason why they call me Chris B. Because nobody can do it. That's all right. What is it, you may ask? Well, I'm not going to tell you, so enjoy that. All right, Josh Lodato, Kevin Elfenbein. As all the battles take place, Mr. 3 Froze comes up with it. Walks it in, tries for a sharp angle, doesn't get it through the Rougarou. And it's chipped ahead. Lodato's got it. He'll gain the zone, tries to get it Roulette. Great read by Kevin Smith. And Froze gets to it. Smith with it now for the Massive. Sends it ahead. Tyler Cook says, it ain't going any farther than that. But the Massive take it right back and bring it in. Colin Phillips now, his shot blocked by Austin Haddock. He centers. And then it's chipped all the way down. And an icing on the Rougarou. Just over 5 minutes left in our second period. Nice little view of the Colorado bench. See what they're doing when they're not on the rink. That's right, folks. Standing, drinking water. Real exciting time. And Schwarner with it. He wrists one. I think that hit Lodato in the bouquet. The old booty block. Very common. As Roulette drops it back for Guardian. His shot off of Desso up into the ceiling. That gives us a stop. As the Rougarou gets some changes. Colby Stewart, Steve Kaczynski in the face-off. Stewart wins it back, but it goes through everybody and out of the zone. Rougarou got a touch up. So Josh Rodovich, he's got it, sent it down. That is stick aside into the corner by McAdams. Massive get to it. And that's chipped all the way back down by Christopher Lawson. Behind the net it goes. Duggan will get to it. And he'll send it right back around for Spencer. For the Rougarou. And Warner interrupting the pass. It goes up and out of play. It's another whistle, another stop. And yeah, that's about it. Another face off? Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. I mean, it's gonna happen. Colby Stewart wins it forward for the Rougarou. He'll chip it ahead. And Adesso wisely gets the glove down on it. Prevents a charging Rougarou. Crashing Rougarou, is that what we call it? Crashing the net. I have like 3 of them coming at him, so probably smart. That's why he's a goalie, folks. That's what they do. Stewart won the faceoff, but Massive read it well. Campbell keeps it in for the Rougarou, comes down in the corner. Cut up the boards. Chipped ahead by Kevin Franzen. He'll come all the way down. No icing, they say. I do believe it might have.
Go to the middle.
The ref might not be able to tell if it went off a Duggan stick or Franzen. Either way. As Duggan chips it way ahead. Colby Stewart almost had it. John Richard, everybody comes down. Stewart's got it now. We got Green crashing the net. Crash played off the backboards. Massive send it right back around to Stewart. Stewart lobs one, comes all the way up, but not out. Duggan sends it right back down to Stewart. And John Richard will protect it along the boards, behind the net. Wrists it hard around, waiting, two-way waiting. Kevin Franzen, but Riley Spencer got to it first. Tried to get it over to Kate Campbell, but that went through him. Mr. 3 now, froze. Sends it all the way across. This pass just out of the reach of Tyler Brubach. Brubach will pick it up in the corner. Sends it across. We have a delayed penalty, it looks like. And now it's no longer delayed, as Franzen is going to get in the box for something. Let's see if we can find out why. Just under 3 minutes left in our second period as the camera falls, folks. We don't like that. No, sir. Let's see what the call is. I don't think we're going to be told what the call is. Wait. Roughing, they say. Franzen. Kevin Franzen. Not to be confused with James Bond. Or maybe he is to be confused with James Bond. I don't know. I don't know him that well. Anyway, Adesso blocks the centering pass, sends it over. And now here comes Steve Kaczynski, shorthanded, gets it over to Elfenbein, and his shot blocked by McAdams and then gobbled. And by gobbled, I meant in the glove. And by in the glove, I meant glove slammed down on it. Man, sports ball, right, folks? Am I right? There's so many things happening, so many terms I could say, I could use that are incorrect. It's what they pay me good money for. All right, listen up. As roulette for the Rougarous, got it. Gets it over to Sullivan. Tries to get it back to roulette. It finds a Lodato instead. Okay, in the zone, gets it into the corner. No pressure. As their power play is looking to get set up. Sends it back to roulette. Back to Lodato. And all the way across to Spencer, who wrists one, and that goes up over the netting. I'm not sure if that was tipped or not. It bounces through Lodato. Kept in by Stewart. Back over to Lodato. Gets it to Sullivan. And walks it in. Finds some space off the blocker of Adesso. And everybody dives for it. It does not find the back of the net. Lodato keeps it in, though, for a moment. Elfenbein now. He's got it. All by himself. He'll take it. Sends it around the boards. Sullivan puts on the Jets, gets to it. Elfenbein doesn't give up. Stewart. Sends it up on the boards. They bear with it. It's a wrister. Good block in front by Steve Hagee. I know we talked about this. I'm pretty sure I said Hague. I'm sorry, folks. A lot of names in my brain. As walks it in right in front of Adesso, takes all the shots. And by all, I mean two. The second one went wide as Kobe Stewart picks it up in the corner. He'll walk it out, finds some space. Good save by Adesso. Played right back into the corner. Colin Phillips battles to take it away and send it up. As Bear just grabs it, sends it right back down to Lodato. And Stewart with a backhander. And I do believe that's going to be another penalty. Colin Phillips. That might be a high sticking. We'll find out. Just as one penalty expires, another one is administered to the masses. That will be Colin Phillips. I do believe it's a high stick. See what they say. Please don't do that, bud. All right, as Colin Phillips aggressively shuts the door. Does he know? I'm attached to the door. So aggressively shutting the door means you're aggressively shutting me as a shot is taken by Duggan. Goes wide. And that's picked up by Gerdian. Sent ahead out of the zone. by Lawson. A Bear will have it now for the Rougarou. Sent up. Kate Campbell back out of the zone. Duggan off the stick. Pfeiffer drops it back for A Bears. A Bears tries to get one over to Gurnian. Pass interrupted for just a moment. And the pass back to Duggan goes right through him. A Bear will chase it down. Pick it up. Sent ahead all the way down. It goes through everybody. They say no icing as it must have deflected off somebody. But it doesn't matter anyway because that is the end of our second period. That's right, folks. 60-second break. We love them. You got a potty. Don't. There ain't enough time. Kimberly Godfrey Spada. Tori Godfrey, here you go with a lovely heart. All right, good to know. As our third period is now underway, the Rougarou are up by 1. Massive still looking to get on the board. They are currently on a penalty kill for the next 35 seconds. That is the Massive. As Elfenbein gets to it, protects it in the corner. Centers, nobody there. Josh Lodato with it now for the Rougarou. Sullivan sends it over to Roulette. Off the boards it goes. Through him it goes. He gains his own. Drops it back for Duggan.
Yeah, baby.
Duggan takes his time. Over to Stewart. Stewart back to Duggan. Duggan wrists one. Does not get through. Sullivan, though, takes a little slapper. Goes wide of the net. Lodato got it over to, or sent it over to Stewart. Pass goes right through him. The penalty is now over. Massive are full strength. As Tyler Brubach knocks Roulette off the ball. Duggan gets it over to Lodato. Lodato takes a shot, just fans on it. And Christopher Lawson sends it up for Elfenbein. Will gain the zone. Walks it in. Protects it, drops it back. Now Phillips, freshly out of the box, sidesteps. Lodato centers, nobody there. I'm sorry, Mr. Three's stick was tied up. That's Carson Froze, folks. That's right, we're going to be saying his name a lot. You know why? Because I know how to do it now. As Roulette tries to clear it out, that's kept in by Brubach. And Roulette battles to take it back. And then Haddock, the Rougarou bats over into the corner. Now Pfeiffer will pick it up, sends it back to Haddock. Get it to Roulette. He sends it ahead for Campbell, goes right through him, rolls all the way down, right on net, so of course no icing. However, Odessa's going to get that glove down, get a whistle, get a stop. We'll get another face-off. Massive will get a change. We got 8 minutes left in our third period. Possibly our game if Colorado does not come back and tie it up. Let's see what they do. As the Rougarou does all the battles to keep Massive from getting it, but they eventually do. Kevin Franzen gains his own and collides with 29. That's Michael Hinton. It looks like Hinton's going to get a little penalty on that one. Got a whistle. Is it a penalty? Might go against Hinton for triple. Yes, maybe.
Let's stand still. That's not sliding.
So, yeah. Not entirely sure.
There's a line there, Andrew. You should have judged all that. Jesus.
Hinton doesn't like to call. Then again, who does when they get called on a penalty? I totally understand. But how you conduct yourself when you're next to the cameraman is all I'm saying. That's what matters to me. So, don't slam the doors on the board that the cameraman's attached to as we got a shot from Froze. McAdams gobbled it up for a minute as Sullivan loses a glove. He's wanting a whistle. He doesn't get it. As Spencer clears it out all the way down to Odessa as Lawson. He's got it now for the Massive, sent ahead to Franzen. And then it's back to Lawson. In the neutral zone. Gets it. Over to Tyler Brubach. Takes a shot. Over to Mr. Free. And now Elfenbeam's got it down in the corner. Pressured by Haddock. And Hebert comes in, steps in. So the battle of threes right there, folks. Rose and Hebert. That's a nice little combination of words. As it's batted out all the way down. Kept in the zone. Sliding play by Brubach. As Kevin Franzen gets it back to Brubach. Brubach looking for a shot pass, I do believe. That was interrupted by Sullivan. LaFrose gets to it as Hebert loses the stick. LaFrose steps on the ball. They're going to battle.
Colby, do you have your line right there?
Battle of the three.
Go,
5 seconds on that penalty.
And Elfenbeam, less than 5 seconds remaining. Penalty is now over. Door is wide open. They're going to fix that, folks. Rose takes a shot. I think that went off the side of the net. And Spencer brings it around the boards. Hebert gets to it. Send it hard around for Spencer. Got time. Massive got a change. And sends it up to Stewart. But that's interrupted by Steve Kaczynski. And then we got a whistle. For what? Another penalty on Massive. Too many men on the rink is what they're going to say. Let's see who serves it. Yeah. Too many men. It's going to be served by... Yeah, too many men. Going to be served by number 13, Stephen Hage. Hage.
Make it count.
I don't know. You said I was saying it right, but now I forgot how the right way I said it. Stewart takes the shot. That beats Adesso, giving the Rougarou #2 power play goal. 5 minutes and 47 seconds left in our third period. Colorado down by 2, still looking to get on the board. So that was scored by Colby Stewart, assisted by Roger Roulette. As it comes all the way down, the Massive will pick it up. John Richards sends it over. Steve Haig. Right in front of us, folks. Best seat in the house, that's what I would say. As Tyler Green gets to it. Throws one. Trying to get it over for Spencer. Did not succeed. Oh, I'm sorry, Stewart. Not Spencer. John Richard sends it up the boards. Kate Campbell gets to it. For the Rougarou, Colby Stewart now. Tried to send it up to Campbell, but Steve Kaczynski got in the way. Then Stewart pays it back. Over to the boards it comes. Tyler Cook with it. To it. And we have a whistle. Is that another penalty? Looks like it on Cook. So the Rougarou will go in the box yet again. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a roughing, maybe an elbow. Let's find out. I don't know.
Come say something about face.
All right, so roughing is the call on Cook for the Rougarou. Vinny Dicero, Denver's goalie, is a stud. Is he? I haven't seen him outside of his goalie gear. As Elfenbeam's got it now for the Massive on the power play yet again. Been power plays all over this game. Shot taken by Kevin Franzen, goes wide. Comes back to the point for Richard. Massive gets Gets it over to Elfenbein. He'll wrist one, looking for a tip. Sent over to the corner. Duggan gets to it. Batted off his stick, if only for a moment. Jesse Anderson. Now Duggan gets it back for the Rougarou. He'll chip it in, chip it ahead. Massive will get chase. I believe that's John Richard for the Massive with it. They'll get changes. Send up. Josh Lodato keeps it in. Christopher Lawson with it now.
What time do you come out?
Got it along the boards.
30 seconds.
Sends it all the way. Rubach puts it down right on the doorstep. Well, Steve Kaczynski. This shot interrupted, goes behind the net. Kick back out and right in front. Tyler Rubach gets the Massive on the board. I'm pretty sure that came from Kevin Franzen. I could be wrong. I do blink sometimes. I was correct, folks. Tyler Rubach scoring one for the Massive with the assist by Kevin Franzen. What have we got in the chat here? Ember's goalie's a stud. Dan Ryan, those pads are putting in a wonderful shift today. I'll read them later as we're back underway, folks. Roulette. He's got it for the Rougarou, sends it around the boards. Dirty with it. Gets it up for Haddock. Haddock takes a little wrister. Kevin Smith sends it all the way down. It hits the goalie. That's McAdams. Backhand attempt by Josh Rodovich. Doesn't get through. Kevin Smith with it. And shot taken by Christopher Lawson. Gets deflected up high into the ceiling. That gives us a whistle. All right. Back to the chat. What do we got? This Pat's putting in a wonderful shift today. Vinny, shouldn't you be watching your kids, Danny? Uh-oh, says Armand. And Barbara Parker says, great shot. It was a great shot. And we have a timeout with 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Score is 2-1. Rougarou up by 1. Massive needs one more to force a tie overtime. Tie overtime? We just call it a tie. Then overtime, yes. Anyway. Been a great game all around. We had a lot of penalties. It's a good way to open up our weekend here. If you're unaware, we have 4 games today and then 4 more tomorrow. Tomorrow will be our championship games to determine who is your 2023 Texas Division champion and will be invited to partake in the national championships in New Jersey in September. Our very first year's winner was Austin Arsenal. Our last year's winner was the Red River Hot Sauce, who is no longer the Red River Hot Sauce. They are basically the Red River Rougarou now, who you are currently watching. We are going to have Josh Lodato, Tyler Rubach in the face-off. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the game. Colorado gets it off the face-off. Kevin Franzen back to the point for Elfenbein. Goes poked off his stick by Roulette. John Richard, excuse me. Back over to Elfenbein.
Walk it up, walk it up.
Got time, a little space. He'll walk it up, hold it, looking for a pass. He'll chip it up and off the ceiling, and that's a stop. Not a whistle. And a defensive zone face-off for the Massive. You know, the one nice thing here, folks, is no matter what happens to you guys, I always got a fan. Yeah, I apologize. Look, I had a long drive. It's hot as heck outside. Come on, give me a break. All right. As Kobe Stewart wins face-off back. Massive get to it first, though. Elfenbein, he's going to get it. Sent up. Shipped out of the zone by Franzen. And Bear keeps it away from him, gets it to Campbell. He'll chip it ahead. Kobe Stewart's going to chase it down. Gets to it behind the net. But, oh, Christopher Lawson takes it away. Gets it up to Mr. 3 himself. That's Carson Froese, folks. Comes back for Elfenbein. And he'll risk one, pad save, the boards. Elfenbein centers, nobody there. In the slot, and then off the glove, Carson throws into the Rougarou bench. Gives us another stoppage. 2 minutes, 13 seconds. Colorado still down by 1. They need it to force an overtime. We're going to have Colby Stewart in the face-off for the Rougarou. Steve Kaczynski for the massive. Kaczynski wins it forward. It finds Brett Lee. Take it away, Kaczynski. And Schwerner comes right onto the stick for Colin Phillips. His shot deflected into the corner. Kaczynski picks it up. Into the corner. Phillips will get it. Sends it up to the board. Campbell gets it away from the massive. Chips it out. Comes all the way down. John Richard will get to it. He's got Schwerner as a defensive partner. She'll get it. Tries to send it ahead for Kevin Smith. Taken away, but then comes back to him. And a shot taken by Kaczynski. Goes wide of the net. That's going to be picked up by Tyler Green. Now for Cook. The Rougarou stretches it all the way up for Colby Stewart. And that is an icing. With 1 minute, 17 seconds left. Stewart does not like the call. Defensive face-off for the Rougarou. Looks like we're going to have Haddock. Nope. We're going to have Stewart for the Rougarou and Grubach for the Massive. And Stewart wins it. Comes back. Haddock wins it. Put it up, Campbell. Across the green. Stewart. Stewart gets it back. Oh, couldn't get the shot off on that one. Just rolled off his stick. Haddock stood up at the red line. And 45 seconds remaining as Elfenbein gets to it. Sends it up. Finds Franzen. Taken off his stick. Pops up in the air. Nice read by Brubach. Gets it in. Franzen all alone. He's got Mr. 3 with him though. Pops up. Batted out of midair by Franzen. Colorado tied up with 32 seconds. Was it Franzen? Or was it Froze? Now they got me second guessing. Let's find out, folks. Nice thing about being where I'm being.
Hey, who passed that?
I can hear what the refs say sometimes.
Read from 19 to 37.
All right. So that was scored by number 3, Mr. 3, Carson Freeze. Number 3 for Massive, Carson Froze. And assisted by Brubach and Franzen. There we go. Works. As Spencer sends it up. And Christopher Lawson gave a little shove to Gerdian for the Rougarou, and that's going to be a penalty. And that put him a good little bit into the bench. 24 seconds left. So interference is the call for Christopher Lawson. And now, with 24 seconds left, the Rougarou are on the power play. Massive man down. Lodato wins it back. It goes through the feet of Stewart. He keeps it though, gets a little space, sends it over to Lodato, who takes the shot. And that was a blocker save. What a blocker save by Adesso, as it even knocked his blocker off. And that ball pops up into the ceiling. It gives us a stop. So 17 seconds now.
Hit the goalie, bud. Hey, let's delay a game, Josh. Send him off.
As the refs are conferring about where to have the face-off.
Get him for 2. Hey, drop it now while he's on the wrong side. Nice delay. Nice delay, Josh. Come on. Let him get off the floor.
So 17 seconds. Lodato wins the face-off over. Sullivan gets it back to Stewart. Stewart back to Sullivan. Sullivan. Stewart takes a shot, blocked by the bootay. Colin Phillips for the Massive. It comes all the way back for Roulette. Roulette with a wrister. And a sliding block by Kaczynski, but we got a whistle regardless.
Kick 6 out. Kick 6 out.
Looks like there was a little bit of something between Stewart and Phillips. So we're gonna get that sorted out. 1.5 seconds left in our third period. Score is 2-2. It looks like we might be going to an overtime, as Stewart, when the refs weren't looking, had some words for Phillips. I don't know if there's going to be a penalty or if they're just going to let it go. And they're going to put him in the box. See what the call is. Will this be another door slam? Let's find out. Nope, it will not. All right. So now it'll be 4-on-4 for the next 1.5 seconds. As Stewart's in the box for something. I don't know, folks. The refs didn't come over. Right after I say it's the best seat in the house. Don't know what's going on. As Andrew Gullett can't get his attention. Not looking. And we're underway regardless. He eventually figures it out. And the period is over. That's going to be an overtime. That's another 60-second break, folks. You know what that means? It means we got 6 seconds to figure out what the heck's going on around here. All right. We start with 3-on-3. First penalty ends, it's 4-on-3. Second penalty ends, it's 4-on-4 until the first whistle. Then it goes back to 3-on-3. All right, we're all on the same page yet again. Always nice, right? So 5 minutes. Score is 2-on-2. It is sudden death overtime. Now, if a death doesn't happen suddenly in overtime, then we go to a shootout. Everybody loves those, right? I like shootouts. Unless they last, you know, for 4 hours or something. And we're underway as Lodato wins it back. Spencer's got it, sends it right back to Lodato. And Elfenbein loses it. Lodato's got it. This pass read well. Here comes Brubach for the Massive. Gets it ahead, walks it in. Oh, and interrupted was John Richards. He wasn't allowed to get the shot off, I should say. Elfenbein got it now. Takes a slapper in and out of the glove of McAdams. That's the edge of the glove. Either way, Lodato and Elfenbein. Lodato chips it out. John Richards will get to it as Rougarou get a change. Brubach's got it now as the Massive get a change. And sends it down. Sullivan tied up Elfenbein there in the crease. Sullivan sends it ahead for Spencer. And Gurdian now. Wrist one. That was in and out of the glove of Adesso. Spencer's going to pick it up. Sends it hard up the boards, all the way down. Sullivan will get to it.
4-on-3! 4-on-3!
Now we are 4-on-3 as the Massive penalty has ended.
Hey, you're going. I got it.
Christopher Lawson with it now. That's batted off his stick by Gurdian. Phillips. And now we are 4-on-4 as the penalty for the Rougarou ends. Kevin Smith, this one does not get through. Hey, Bear puts on the Jets. Gets it up away. Kevin Smith keeps it in, brings it back, pops up and down. Evan Smith all alone now, sends it ahead. Vernian with the good stick, preventing the pass. And then it's batted all the way down. That will be an icing against the Rougarou, and that is our first whistle of overtime, which means, I'm sorry, first whistle after penalties when it was 4-on-4, which means now we go to 3-on-3 with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in our overtime period. We're going to have Phillips and Gerdian in the face-off. Gerdian wins it over and collects it, gets it ahead for Stewart. Stewart's got some space, takes a wrister. Not sure if that went wide or if Desso got a piece of it. He was hopping, so I'm guessing he got a piece of it. Gerdian now, wrist one wide of the net. And Elfenbein will pick it up, send it around. Phillips will get to it. And he'll chip it just all the way ahead, basically give it away to Stewart. Rougarou were going for a change, so Vet did not want to touch the ball until his man got off the rink. And Stewart crashes the net. Oh, and it went through Odesso, but Stewart couldn't get the shot off. I'm guessing his stick was lifted by Elfenbein. I could be wrong, as Haddock battles for it. But Phillips will get to it for the massive. Wrist one, takes a shot, goes down into the corner, he'll get a change. As Lawson picks it up for the massive, he'll send it back for Brubach. He'll take the shot, it goes wide of the net. Haddock keeps it away from Lawson. Sends it up for Lodato, who'll collect it along the boards, gains the zone, steps back a little bit, and then passes it up to Roulette. He's got a little bit of space. Mr. 3, Carson Froze, provides a little bit of pressure. Roulette taking his time, sends it back ahead for Lodato. Lodato will wrist one, looking for a tip. Odesso takes it right away from Riley Spencer, as he had it for just a moment. Covered it up, gets the whistle. 1 minute and 38 seconds left in our overtime period. Shootout's looking ever so closer. It don't take long to score a goal, folks. Half a second, less than that. I don't know. As Lodato won a back shot from Spencer. Landed perfectly into the chest of Odesso. And Froze wins the face-off forward. Roulette puts on the Jets and takes it away. And Lodato on the doorstep. Pass went right through him. He picks it back up in the corner. Walks it in. Protects, turns, shoots off the post. Woo! And John Richard for the massive now. Gives it up to Froze. And he just throws it up into the neutral zone. Comes back for Roulette. Roulette over to Lodato all by himself. You don't want that, folks. But a good stop from Odesso. Good keep from Roulette. He'll miss one. Game, folks. With 56 seconds left in overtime, Roulette's shot beats Odesso, and your Rougarou win it 3-2.